Hello, everyone. I am Ayush Patel and I have made a presentation about 3D printing technology. So, let's unlock the possibilities of the same. So, here's the index or the order in which we are going to learn about this technology. First is the introduction of 3D printing technology. Second are the benefits. Third are the applications. Fourth are its limitations. Fifth is something about the future of 3D printing technology, and lastly, I will conclude my presentation. So, let's start with the introduction of 3D printing technology. 3D printing, also known as additive manufacturing, is a method of creating a three-dimensional object layer by layer using a computer-created design. 3D printing is like a digital baking session, except instead of cake batter, you're creating objects layer by layer from a digital file. It's a technology that has the potential to revolutionize the way we make things, and maybe even make some boring jobs a little more interesting. Okay, so let's move ahead and talk about how does 3D printer work? Well, you know how you make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich? Yeah, it's not like that. Instead, 3D printing works by adding material layer by layer until the final object is complete. It's like a printer, but instead of ink, it uses plastic filament or other materials. There are several types of 3D printing technologies, but the most common is fused deposition modeling, FDM. Don't worry, I won't quiz you on this later. Moving ahead with the benefits of 3D printing technology. One of the biggest benefits of 3D printing is that it allows for rapid prototyping. So, instead of waiting for your boss to change their mind 5 times and then waiting for weeks for a prototype, you can have a new version in a matter of hours or days. Even after waiting for weeks, he would be like, my mind is disturbed right now. See the image. 3D printing also allows for complex designs that would be difficult or impossible to manufacture using traditional methods. Think of it like playing with Legos, but on a whole new level. Additionally, 3D printing can reduce waste by only using the material needed to create the object. That's right, it's environmentally friendly too. Shifting gears to applications of 3D printing technology. There are countless applications of 3D printing, but my personal favorite is the world of fashion. Imagine being able to 3D print your own shoes or even your own dress. Who needs to go to shopping when you can just print your entire wardrobe? Even this kind of shoes can be designed. Though, these doesn't look like one. In healthcare, 3D printing can be used to create custom prosthetics, implants, and even organs. And who wouldn't want a 3D printed heart? I mean, it's practically made with love. By the way, it's not from Wakanda, Black Panther. In architecture, 3D printing can be used to create scale models of buildings and other structures. Just imagine printing your own dream house, complete with a 3D printed pool. With that in mind, let's move on to limitations of 3D printing technology. Of course, as with any technology, 3D printing has its limitations. For example, the size of the objects that can be printed is limited by the size of the printer. No 3D printing a life-size elephant just yet. Additionally, 3D printing can be slow compared to traditional manufacturing methods. So, if you're in a rush, maybe stick to the old-fashioned way. Finally, the quality of 3D printed objects can be lower than that of objects manufactured using traditional methods. But hey, at least it's unique and has character. No, the question is, what is the future of these printers? 3D printing technology has come a long way in a short amount of time, and its future looks bright. The technology is becoming more accessible and affordable, with 3D printers now available for home use at a reasonable price. In the future, we can expect to see 3D printing become even more advanced, with the ability to print larger objects and using a wider range of materials. Medical applications of 3D printing are also expected to expand, with the possibility of printing organs and tissues for transplants. 3D printing could also play a role in space exploration, with the ability to print parts and tools on demand during long space missions. As the technology continues to develop, it will likely change the way we think about manufacturing and production, with 3D printing becoming a more prominent part of the process. Don't worry, just remember that the future is bright, guys. In conclusion, 3D printing is a magical technology that has the potential to transform many industries, and maybe even make some boring jobs a little more interesting. While it has some limitations, the benefits of 3D printing make it a valuable tool for rapid prototyping, creating complex designs, and reducing waste. Plus, it's just plain cool. As the technology continues to improve, we can expect to see even more amazing applications of 3D printing in the future. Also, there's this wonderful funny quote, Never underestimate an old man with a 3D printer. Ending with the image sources and references used for this presentation. Thank you all for joining me on this magical journey. Regards, Ayush Patel.